Well, hello and welcome to Old People this week. My name is Jeff, and those two rascals, that's Mike
Hello, everyone.
and Paul, of course.
Hello.
Afternoon, boys.
How you doing?
This is a podcast for people who are 60 years of age or older, but if you're under 60 and you snuck in here, stick around. You'll learn something. We have a lot to impart today. We're going to be talking about trad sons, wife cloning, Sylvester Stallone, and crazy monkeys, and of course, the Golden Bachelor.
Golden
Of
Bachelor.
course.
A lot going on. We had a lot of comments over the last couple of weeks, and I pulled this one because it was sort of nice, and it was my favorite. It's from a guy by the name of Tall Waters 67. He says, as a fellow boomer, also born in Ohio, I was pleasantly surprised to find this, meaning this
Yeah, good.
show. You have a new subscriber and a new fan. Can't wait to see what you gentlemen have to offer.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
we have a lot to
indeed.
offer.
Tell your friends.
Okay, guys, let's talk about the Golden Bachelor.
Yes.
Do we have to?
Yes, we have to. So I read the first recap article I read said, and I quote, "Really is a wet sock," meaning describing the fans' reaction to Mel Owens' personality.
Oh,
And
God.
I'm
yeah.
telling you, a wet sock is being nice. My wife called him a dish rag several times during the show.
Yeah.
And a wet sock or a dish rag, I'm going to add on, he's a wimp, he's emotionless, he's a robot, he's incapable of emotion, and ultimately a liar because he lies by omission. He repeats the women's words right back to them, and he doesn't say what's actually on his mind.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this definitively. If those bachelorettes weren't talking, there would be no talking on this show. No dialogue. It would just be empty space because he doesn't initiate anything. He waits for them to talk, and then he, just says some stupid thing right back to them.
Yeah.
If I was Peg, if I was Cindy, I would have packed up and left. Now, what do you guys think?
Well, Cindy busted him directly on that point.
Yeah.
She said, "You never asked me any questions.
Yeah.
You have no idea about my life, about what I like or expect or want or whatever. You never asked me any questions." And he just looked at her and he never said a word. I was watching the whole thing and there was no there. I mean, there was maybe 5 to 8 minutes of any dialogue, of any interaction between the two of them. And the rest of them was beach shots of them alone, no one talking, shots of the hotel. I mean, it was horrible.
My analogy for this is the same dialogue that Mel uses on the women, he could be used for buying a car. He says,
Yeah.
he's seeing the lines of, like you would say, buying a car. Well, I like it. It's nice. It drives well.
May
feels
take me
good.
a while to get used to it.
It'll take me a while to get used to it, but I've had cars in the past. I had one for 25 years.
And it broke
I was
down on
happy
me.
with it, but it left me.
Let's take off and start from the beginning here. Kill me. It starts off with him. First of all, they're going to Antigua. He gets the helicoptered in there. He sits down with Jesse, and they start talking. And you could sense that Jesse is trying to push him into being a little more open.
Yeah.
Another point, right at that comment, the man didn't even drink his beer. Did you notice on all the cutaways, the beer glass is still full? It's like there's nothing.
Wimp.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
Wimp. I'm sorry.
Jesse said, "Boy, this tastes good." And he's just sitting there, Mel's just sitting there looking at his.
Then they awkwardly throw around a football, which has been a recurring theme of
God.
awkwardness in this show. And Jesse's trying to push him, it seems, to be a little bit more open with the women, that he's going to have to do something because time is running out.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Then
And-
he has his first date, and here comes Peg, and they show Mel riding around to go meet her in this dune buggy. He was driving a dune buggy 2 miles an hour and looking
Yeah.
scared at going that speed.
Scared to death. His helmet tipped down over his eyes. I mean, it was pathetic.
Then they go out to this strained dinner because she has to do all the talking. Everybody on this
Again.
show has to do all the talking besides Mel. And you have to give her credit because otherwise, that's where it goes back to what I said at the beginning. If Peg wasn't talking, there would be no talking.
No. I mean, no dialogue
She
at
was
all.
just-
And he looks away. when she's talking to him, he was looking away most of the time.
And then they get this, the key comes, where they open, oh, this is the fantasy suite. You want to go with me? She goes, yeah, okay. Give this
I'll try
one
it.
more shot. Then they go into the fantasy suite and they basically push the camera out. And then the next morning, cut to the next morning, and they're both sitting on the bed. I look over at Valerie, my wife, and she looks at it and she goes, they did not do anything. They did not look like they'd been intimate. They don't look like they had any fun at all in that spending the night together.
No.
Plus, who the hell leans against a headboard with no pillows behind your back or your head or anything, and you're just like awkward, like, yeah, you seemed to be great last night. We had a good time.
I made the exact same note, but that's consistent with everything they've done throughout every episode. He's always leaning back with no support behind his head. He did it on the boat. They did it on the boat when he was out with Cindy. He's leaning back. There's nothing behind his head.
He's a stiff human being. His back doesn't move. His legs don't move. He's just
And
so awkward. Right. He's just, they probably had people come in, lift him up on the bed and prop him up against that back. The headboard, because he just wouldn't be like that himself.
Crazy.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. And then here comes Cindy.
Here
We're
comes
already
Cindy.
getting some ominous feelings from Cindy that she's saying, I'm going to grill him. I'm going to find out what his intentions are. I'm going to ask him. And they meet up, and she's really happy to see him, and he's being all guarded and weird, of course.
Yeah.
And they drive out to this place where they're going to get in the water with a bunch of stingrays.
Oh, my
and now,
God.
if you think he was scared when he got in that dune buggy,
Yeah.
the look on his face when he got in that water, forget it. He was terrified.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I'm not touching them.
Yeah. And then she's being all nice, and she's trying to draw him into it, and she's basically has some guts. She's out there playing around with those stingrays and
feeding
touching them and fooling with them, and he's like, he edged up to it like he was edging up to Jaws, and he just barely reached out and touched him. Oh, my God.
At this point, and I thought it was quite telling that, of course, there was no fantasy suite with Cindy.
Yeah.
And no, I mean, the show just stopped.
Yeah.
She's walking. I'm gonna predict that she walks.
Really?
Okay. My prediction, I think that moment comes that they didn't show like they show with Peg, where that envelope shows up with the key. Maybe it shows up with Cindy, and Cindy goes, I'm not going to the fantasy suite with you.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on here.
Yeah, the unspoken dialogue would be, until you could start coming forth and answering some questions and really start sharing, this is about as far as we're going.
Unless
And
those
they
producers off camera are going, we got to get her to the fantasy suite, and they start, somebody write her a check.
I'm really curious to see what his sons are like next week, because the sons come join him.
Yeah, I know, but I also think this was shot out of order or cut out of order, because it would have made more sense if those women had met the sons before all the fantasy suite and stuff. I think that for whatever reason, it's anticlimactic now. They already know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the other thing too that was funny was Mel was hugely sunburned from the waist up.
Yeah.
By the time he got with Cindy, when he got on that boat, I mean he was beat red, his whole body. And when Peg arrived, when Peg arrived, he didn't have much.
No, maybe they shot that out of order too. Maybe they shot Cindy first, and that was. I don't know. All I know is at the very end, Cindy asked Mel if he's ready for a leap of faith, because that's what this show is, right? Yeah. And Mel said, in typical Mel fashion, "That's not how my life operates."
Yeah.
Well, Mel, that's how reality shows operate. Yeah. This thing is a failure because you were expected, hired, selected, put on this show, and under certain, there had to be a certain understanding that you're going to get engaged at the end of this, or at least try, and that you're going to, you're going to make an attempt to be open with these women about your feelings, and he's never been open about any of his feelings.
Yeah. Oh. So you guys have the production background. Don't they do, they must do some screen testing or something for these candidates, don't they, before they pick somebody?
Well, I think he looked great in front on a screen test. He's handsome. He's an ex-football player, NFL, the whole thing. He's rich. He's a lawyer from Orange County. He's single. And they probably were ecstatic to hire this guy. And they
Well,
I don't
maybe.
think they realized that how stiff he was until they started filming.
Yeah, and I think I said it back on week one when, a network executive would look at a guy from the NFL, former player, and thinking like, oh, we can get some men watching this show. I would have brought Mel into the casting part of it and let him sort of somewhat at least get some fire. Like, yeah, she looks interesting.
All this is hindsight as to what happened when they first met Mel and decided to offer him that thing. It's all hindsight because he turned out to be such a dud.
Yeah.
So ultimately, just judging by just last night, this whole thing has been an abject failure because he is incapable of showing any emotion. Good, even if the emotion is, I can't take this, I hate this show, I should never got on it. Anything, any real emotion is missing.
Yeah.
So we have three possibilities. Is it going to be Meg? Is it going to be Cindy? Or is it going to be no one at all?
I don't think it's going to be anyone. I don't think it's going to be anyone.
Well, if we're going to make predictions about this 2-hour fiasco about to happen, I don't think that Cindy goes into that fantasy suite with him. No. And I don't think that he has the guts to get down on a knee and ask Peg to marry him. So I think it's just going to end with this sort of just drift away at the end. Sorry.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next year.
Yeah, I truly think Cindy's going to walk. She's going to decide that it has not worked out for her, and she's going to walk, and it's going to leave him with Peg and then whatever this mystery twist is they keep alluding to.
Yeah, the mystery twist is...
Yeah.
The mystery... He's got an STD. There's the mystery twist.
Yeah. No, if anything on that episode, I got the feeling that Cindy and Mel got more separated than more together in the hour there.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. We, on a weekly basis, don't agree necessarily with the Gen Z lifestyle. And this week especially pissed us off because Mike sent this great article around that was headlined, "What is a trad son? Meet the young men choosing to stay at home and live rent-free while their parents cover the costs."
Yeah, not in my lifetime.
Oh, my God. So a trad son is a term that has emerged from social media to describe a young man, usually in his 20s or 30s, who lives at home with his parents, often without working full-time or contributing financially, while embracing a domestic lifestyle. That's exactly what you could write if you could substitute the word trad son with your pet dog. That's exactly what the same thing is. They live at home for free.
God.
I sympathize. If I have one of my sons came to me and said, "Dad, I don't have a place to live. I don't have a job. Can I move in with you?" If I say, "Of course, move in, stay, and do what you need to do," but you're eventually going to have to find your way out and find another job and move on. Though is basically saying these kids are not moving out. They're settling in.
They're moving back.
That's their career choice.
Yeah, that's their career choice.
The way it's described is it's definitely a career move to say, "Oh, I'm moving back in. Look what I'm doing for you."
Yeah.
These two brothers were talking. Their name's Lee on TikTok. It prioritizes comfort, convenience, and household responsibilities. So those household responsibilities are nothing more than would be done if they weren't there. Like cooking, cleaning.
Doing your share.
So this guy named Brendan Liao brought the trend to a national spotlight with his appearance on Jeopardy in May of 2025, so just a few months ago. The host Ken Jennings introduced Liao, who has a master's degree in political science, as a quote-unquote stay-at-home son.
Brendan Liao is with us from Vancouver. He's a recent graduate, and therefore I assume that's why you're also a stay-at-home son.
That is correct.
Professional stay-at-home son.
Yep.
To which Liao responded, "It's a pretty good gig, but I'm worried I'm going to be called a loiterer at some point."
No kidding.
Well,
you're a loiterer.
Let's let that point arrive right now. You're a loiterer.
Yeah. Don't go no further. And then this other kid named Luke Parkhurst in Vegas, of all places, quit his high-paying job as a door-to-door salesman, moved back in with his mother, Patty, and he spends his days managing household chores, grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning, and routine house maintenance, while his mom works as a flight attendant. He describes this arrangement as a dream job.
Duh.
Not a dream
Managing household chores.
Yeah, while
Managing
mom's gone
household-
most of the time. Can only imagine.
It's a dream job, right? Because your mom is gone, you can sit there and do whatever and play video games all day.
Yeah.
I think there's a problem when society comes up with naming these things. That's the first problem. You know,
Yeah.
like
Instead of using words like lazy and indolent.
It's not going to be good for your head over a period of time to be staying at home and doing this. You're just going to fall into a terrible rut, terrible depression. You're going to bring everything down around. What do you do when you meet somebody and they ask you, what do you do for a living? I do my mom's
Can we go to
cleaning."
your place?
Oh, my God. All right. And then, of course, there's a therapist who says, for some, it's comforting to be at home. They feel safe and secure with their parents in a very conflicted world. Oh, my God, give me a
Oh,
break.
Jesus. Give me a break.
The world is never going to be unconflicted. You have to get out there and face it. You're not going to do that sitting at home.
right.
All right.
It's the title of my next book, Growth Through Conflict.
Grow through conflict. It does. I mean, it's just like anything else in life that's going to test you. You have to go through, how do you make steel? Through fire. You have to
Yeah.
be tested.
learn some
once in a
shit.
while.
Make some mistakes. Get out and do something.
Yeah, get out there.
Yeah, beyond the video
Put the
game.
dishes down. put the laundry away and get out there and do something.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. The celebrity world is full of men who don't want to be old men. Now the three of us have, we take on old men things like men. I mean, we've grown old. We accept it. It's part of us, and we don't deny it. Look at this picture.
that's scary.
He's done something to his face.
Yeah.
Haven't they all? Well,
But there's something weird about it. He looks a little satanic.
Well, then they photoshopped about 30 pounds off, too.
Yeah,
Probably.
They did something with him. So he doesn't want to be old, so he takes that weird picture. And that's on the cover of AARP magazine. But they don't have anything to say about it other than what is going on.
Yeah, just the place you want to be when you don't want to be perceived as old.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, get me the cover of ARP, okay? His agent just hung up on him.
I was going to say that's a tough job when you're his publicist and saying, yeah, the only one we've got is AARP for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
You're not People Magazine's sexiest man alive.
No, you're AARP material, my friend.
Yeah.
And then here's another one, Kelsey Grammar. You know what he's doing? Well, he just became a dad at age
He's fornicating.
70.
Take that, you Gen Zers.
Just shows how much more Nick Cannon has in him. I mean,
Nick Cannon
Please.
is only like 40-something years old. He's got 30
I know,
more
but
years
can
of
you
making
imagine
kids.
when Nick Cannon gets to 80?
No.
He'll have 40 kids. He doesn't even know how many kids he has.
We can take the over/under on this. I mean,
Yeah. Being the resident dad in this group, if I met Kelsey Grammar, I'd say, you know what, you're being kind of selfish to start having kids at 70 because in 10 years, when the kid's 10 years old, he needs you around, you're going to be 80, and you're not going to be able to do nothing. You're not going to be able to throw the ball around. You're not going to be able to go to the park or hang out. You're just going to be an old man, and he's going to be like, where's my dad?
Yeah,
Too
your
old
kid
to
will
be
push you
having
in a
kids.
wheelchair into the homecoming ball.
He'll be a trad son because Kelsey's going to need him around to do all the chores for him.
exactly.
All right. Well, if that wasn't bad enough, if Stallone wasn't bad enough and Kelsey Grammer, this dude here, Alan Hamill, not only doesn't want to act his age, he wants to act like his wife is still around and she passed away like 15 years ago. He said he's created her AI twin. He went back and he got everything that she's ever written and every interview that she'd ever done on camera or in print. And he had loaded it up into ChatGPT. And he created, in essence, an AI version of Suzanne, and he trotted it out at some convention where everybody could ask her questions. They were amazed that it was her. So he says, it was Suzanne, he said, Hamill said. And I asked her a few questions, and when she answered them, it blew me and everyone else away. And when you look at the finished one next to the real Suzanne, you can't tell the difference.
Ooh, that's when I'm backing slowly out of the room. Alan, you have a really nice evening,
Very
buddy.
weird. Yeah. And by the way, I'm not doing that.
They'll
Answer
value
questions,
working up an
Suzanne.
AI version of her, Jeff.
I'm not working up an AI version of anybody. The one thing I don't want to do is get yelled at after she's
By a
gone.
computer image.
Probably Alan Hamill probably has this Suzanne like very docile and very I am.
Yeah.
Whereas my case, if I load up all the stuff that my wife said and had it loaded into ChatGPT, the first thing out of her mouth would be, "What are you doing? Quit drinking. Get over here. Clean something."
Yeah.
Man succumbs to AI wife, yeah.
And by the way, here's the other solution. I don't know if you watched the video I sent you, but instead of cloning anybody from your life, your wife especially, just head over to Costco and you can buy yourself one of these robots.
Look at her, honey. She looks real. That's wild.
Real enough to make you forget you're married? Let's go.
Bro, $6,000? Worth it. Marcus, stop touching the box.
Nope, cart's turning.
Got a bunch of robot women there in their underwear, and the guy's ogling him, and his wife is like, "What are you doing? Let's turn this cart around. Let's get out of here."
This is not a Christmas decoration. Let's
No.
keep moving.
I went on the Costco website and actually typed in robots in the search bar to see if that was actually a real thing, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought for a minute it probably was, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Just one of those inflatable dolls you take home.
Oh. Now, this is what I discovered. This one is kind of funny. It's kind of silly, but it's Grandpa Rocks. According to my friend Dave, who, by the way, lives up in Montana or somewhere, and is an old friend of mine, and he's a biker and a airplane mechanic and a real cool guy. He says there's such a thing as Grandpa Rock now, and he sent me this video in which people, older people like us, are reacting to songs like "Carry on, my wayward son, you'll be do-do-do-do-do," and "More Than a Feeling," by Boston.
Yeah.
And the
So
Eagles.
far, I haven't felt the urge to move to any of your singing.
I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. I'm such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Anyways, these are Grandpa songs, Grandpa Rock. So, now I know, Mike, your idea of Grandpa Rock is Gene Autry singing "Get Along, Little Doggies."
Little doggy. Tie-yi, yippee, yippee, yay, yippee, yay.
And for Paul, it's anything by Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa, yeah.
I'm right there in
Then
the
again,
front
you
row
guys
with
ain't
you,
grandpas,
Paul,
so it
for
doesn't
Dua
count.
Lipa.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you some birthdays. You tell me how old they are. Ben Stiller.
52.
Wrong.
58.
Yo-Yo Ma.
Oh. Yo-Yo Ma. 75.
60.
Seven.
Whoopi Goldberg.
65.
70. Henry Winkler.
80.
80.
72. Oh, really? God damn.
Goldie Hawn.
84.
Goldie Hawn's 80. And Julie Andrews.
Oh, she's 92.
She's 90.
90. Wow.
Nice try, guys. All right, Mike, it's time for, unfortunately, especially since I could have let you out of this and I would have been none the worse off, but it's time for you and Vaya Con Dios.
You could have, but our legions of followers who cling to every word of Vaya con Dios would have bombarded you with negative messages. Sadly, Diane Ladd.
Diane Ladd.
Yeah, great actress, 89 years old, Oscar nominated. It was very too bad.
Who's her daughter?
I thought Laura Dern was the daughter.
Yeah, Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so
Yeah.
Bruce Dern must have been the dad.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, and then this is the gal you used to date when you were in your musical period, Donna Jean Godchaux, 78
Who?
years old. She was the singer with the Grateful Dead.
The Grateful Dead didn't have a
your old
female
girlfriend.
singer.
Yeah, they did. Donna Jean Godchaux.
Drunk. You must have not
No,
looked
check
at the
it
wrong.
out. Check it out.
group.
Check it out. When you throw the picture of her up, you'll see. And she left a message for you in her dressing room too, but we haven't gotten a copy of it yet. So you should be very afraid.
Next.
Next, and this is very sad. Tom Brady's mother, Galen Brady, 73 years old, died very suddenly.
Yeah.
Oh. How old?
73 years old.
Huh. Young.
Yeah,
Youngster.
really too bad. All right,
And
then,
Jeff, I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
And Jeff, I was going to say the other one is Ryan Seacrest's father passed away.
Never
I
met
didn't
him,
see
but
that.
he used to talk about him. He was a lawyer.
Yeah, he was like battling cancer.
Lawyer down in Atlanta. Ryan told me one time where he went to his dad when he was like 18. He wanted to started at the University of Georgia and went to see his dad. He said, "I don't want to do this. I want to work in radio. I can get a job." And his dad said, "Well, I don't agree necessarily, but go for it." And Seacrest not only did it, he proved it. So
$1 billion later.
No
Okay,
kidding.
and then another one of this is the gal you dated when you first got to Hollywood. Prunella Scales had
Who?
just come over. Prunella Scales, your old girlfriend who acted in Faulty Towers.
Oh yeah.
Prunella?
Okay.
Prunella. And then Maria Riva.
who?
Whose daughter was she? Maria Riva.
Mrs. Reba.
She was 109 years old.
Ooh.
So whose daughter was she? Just take a wild guess.
The last name's what?
Maria Riva.
I don't know whose daughter it was.
Her mother was Marlena Dietrich. And then finally, this one hit close to home. Cody Frank. Cody was a close friend and a great guy, but he was 31 years old.
Ooh.
And he had a very popular podcast called Barstool Sports. So that was kind of a sad way to begin the week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Well,
Yeah. So that's it.
okay, that's it. That's great. Hey, no more of that until next week. All right, Paul, you and I have something to talk about.
In monkey news,
More monkey news. There's always monkey news going on around here. Authorities say 3 monkeys remain on the loose after a truck transporting research animals from Tulane National Biomedical Research Center overturned Tuesday on Interstate 59 north of Heidelberg. So here's the deal. This is just like a movie where the opening scene would be a truck barreling down the road and it gets into an accident, and then you hear something ominous coming out of the back of it, and then all of a sudden things start pouring out of it. Well, in this case, it was infected monkeys. Crash led to the escape of 6 of the 21 monkeys on board.
Yeah.
There have since been 3 were caught and 3 are unaccounted for. So the guy said, the driver of the truck told local law enforcement that the monkeys were dangerous and posed a threat to humans.
They had to shoot to kill. They weren't
should.
going to apprehend them. They were going to kill them.
there was, and there's a report of one mother having shot and killed one of the monkeys. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because it got
I'm
near
telling you,
her
his mother then.
It
is
got
a
near
hero.
her
We should
son.
get in touch with her because they don't want to kill them. The authorities don't want to kill them because they probably made millions of dollars to make them. You know, they've juiced them up and spent all these money to make these super monkeys, and now you don't want to kill them. So that's good that woman did. This is happening every week. It's totally the Planet of the Apes is coming to life. First in South Kakalaki and now down here in Heidelberg, Mississippi. Beware humans. Keep your eyes out for weird acting monkeys, especially if they are named Caesar. They will sneak into your house, impregnate your wife, steal your guns, and they'll be speaking English the whole time.
Yeah. If you see a monkey walking down the street in a 3-piece suit, be very strange.
Yeah.
Be very aware.
Yeah. See a monkey walking down in a 3-piece suit, and then it's going to look a lot like Mike.
Yeah, especially when you hear the music from "Hey, we're the monkeys." Yeah.
Oh, that's not funny. That's not even.
I'd be that truck.
That's not even funny to even make fun of this story.
You'd be
This
that
is
truck
so
driver.
serious. There's infected monkeys running around Mississippi. Not that they'd know it in Mississippi, by the way.
No.
That's what I'm saying. As long as it happens, as long as it stays in the South, there's no real issue.
Yeah.
They don't care. There's monkey research going on all over the South, that we've discovered.
There was some other, I don't have it, but there was some other monkey who was climbing the rafters of like a Office Depot or something too down there. I forget where it was, but it was like
And
video of some.
Yeah, and the light fixture was great.
Yeah.
He probably works there. He probably works
probably-
there. He's probably
you're probably
pretending to be a
right.
human and working at the home. What you call it?
He
the
probably
Home
does.
Depot?
He's the
He probably
greeter.
does.
He's the greeter at the front door.
Okay. All right, enough of that. Travis Kelsey, if you all know who he is, he's the one who getting married to, what's her name?
Yeah, there you go. With that
Anyway,
contemporary
he
music
has
knowledge.
a really well-known podcast, but he was snubbed by the Golden Globes as anti-Hollywood conservative commentators face off for the first podcast award. Don't feel bad. You're not the only one who got snubbed by the Hollywood foreign press. We were too.
Yeah, they
Old
completely
People this
overlooked our
week
brilliance.
was not nominated for a single Golden Globe. If all I need is you call up your buddies at Dick Clark Productions. Oh, wait a minute. They don't do the Globes anymore.
Why? No, they actually do. They still do it. But why is the Golden Globes doing podcasts? I mean,
Because it almost tanked so completely that it almost went off the air for good a few years ago during the pandemic.
very true.
And now they've added onto podcasting onto one of the awards, and then of course everything's been sort of skewed as to who gets nominated, and there's and people are pissed off about it, and that's it. But we're pissed off because we're not nominated. That's all I care about.
Yeah, wait till next year.
Wait till next year, right? We'll be up there pounding Jason, what's his name? Kelsey, Travis. Okay. This may be the most, I'm going to harken back to Halloween last weekend and with one story here. This may be the most tasteless costume of all time. Check this out. That is actress Julia Fox dressed as the blood-soaked Jackie Kennedy. And do you know who Julia Fox is? No, of course not.
Who
She's
cares?
a no-talent actress who dated,
Who cares?
wait for it, Kanye West.
Oh, great.
Of course.
Oh, wow. Boy, that raises her in my estimation then. Fuck, give me a break.
As you can see from the picture, it's just completely ridiculous. And I mean, younger people may not understand the trauma that puts somebody like me through, just to see her standing there in that outfit. It was one of the pivotal, terrible moments of my life, and they're now recreating it for Halloween.
Yeah, in the pivotal moment in the country. I mean, how far down the list of shitty costumes do you have to go to come up with that? That's
Really.
Not very far down. She probably just went to Kanye and said, what should I wear to get people all pissed off? And he said, oh, dress up like Jackie Kennedy after the assassination of her husband. All right. News of the weird, the way we like it. Utah a man said his final farewell to a Geo Metro. By the way, nobody drives Geo Metros.
Not anymore because they're not running.
Huh?
They quit running 2 weeks after you buy them.
Yeah. What's shocking, I guess, is you're right. The Geo. This is a Geo Metro that he drove for 35 years. So to say goodbye to it, he dropped a 1,917-pound pumpkin on it from a height of 14 stories. I got the video right here.
That was fabulous. Bullseye.
I tell you, yeah, that's the thing to do. This reminded me of, very short, but there's a show I did for MTV one time called Buzzkill, and I was playing pranks on the public at large. And one of the pranks we pulled happened outside the Detroit Tigers Stadium. We got a junker car and we parked it in a parking lot. And the guy, one of our marks, got out there and he said, oh, this is my ex-wife's car and she's with her new husband in the stadium. I'm going to take a whack at this thing with a sledgehammer. Come on. And We got everyone who was walking into that stadium to take a whack at that car, and it was demolished by the time the game started. And I gotta tell you, that pumpkin dropping on the car, I was like going, "Oh my God!" People get a car for a fundraiser. Get a car, park it, let people throw a sledgehammer at it for $10 a swipe, and you'll raise so much money. Very beginning, people like swipe at all the windows first, and then do the headlights, and then do the taillights, and
the mirrors. You got to knock a mirror off.
Mirrors.
All right, that's pretty good. All right. And then more weird news. A nonprofit organization taking care of dogs in Ukraine's Chernobyl exclusion zone are trying to solve the mystery why some of the canines have turned completely blue. See by this picture.
Well, that's easy.
Oh
don't
my
wanna
God.
go find
Blue
out.
dogs.
Have you ever been to New Orleans and see the blue dog?
No.
Okay. It's an artist. It's all blue dog.
Every image of the dog he does is bright blue.
Yeah. It's like bright blue dog.
And the best they could come up with, and this is the quote, "We are suspecting that this substance was from an old portable toilet that was in the same location as the dogs."
In Russian, that translates to bullshit. It might have had something to do with a radioactive leak.
They try to palm it off.
Nuclear.
These dogs jumped into
Nuclear
an old
meltdown.
Johnny Potty.
Yeah.
God.
Something not right about that.
All right, finally. A Jacksonville man, Florida, by the way, has been accused of murdering his neighbor's rooster. Then that ended up with him being in jail for 30 hours and a lot of fighting. So the rooster's name was Big Roo. It was Jason DeFelice's pet rooster. That is until James Nix hit it with a stick. And James Nix says, "Well, I was defending myself." And he claims that the rooster attacked people. Of course, James, the owner, the other guy, Jason, said, no, he was a good rooster. He never attacked anybody. But the quote of this whole thing that got me was that he said, what is a big deal about killing a chicken? He said, chickens are dying every day over at Church's, Popeyes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Attaboy.
What's the big deal if I go killing a chicken? They're killing. People are killing them everywhere.
What's one more?
That's one more.
Yeah, what's one more chicken in this world?
Not like you're killing a monkey. No.
No, you can't kill the monkeys. Monkeys are resistant to killing, and they're smarter. You don't see a rooster trying to speak English. Monkeys do though.
Monkey's going to go put on his combat fatigues and come back and kick your ass.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe. If you subscribe, Mike will come to your house. He'll tear the head off a rooster and he'll cook it for you.
You got it.
And he'll serve it to you for dinner.
And I'll come by and smash your headlights. Yeah.
Come by and smash your car for you for $10 a head.
Full service evening. Dinner and a show.
Provide. Send us an email to oldpeoplethisweek@gmail.com. We love hearing from you. Our comments now are getting, pretty great. A couple of people did rip on us, so I didn't read those. But
No, those are the fun part.
90% of them are positive, and that's what we want. Especially
That's what we
positive about my hair, because everybody loves my hair.
That's frightening.
We're going to get Val to write in one week.
Okay. You can call us at 310-800-1830, and we're standing by to pick up the phone and talk to you 24 hours a day. And check out our Substack. It's always something good in the Substack that you'll learn and be able to take with you during the rest of the week. Little task for you, too. Well, that's it for now, except for Reese.
Here's the Old People This Week quote of the week. You know you're old when someone compliments you on your alligator shoes. And you're barefoot. Phyllis Diller.
That's it, gentlemen.
Adios.